beautiful souls. I was woken up with the strong indication and guidance that I need to do a collective card reading for you bright and early this morning. I have been awake for about 30 minutes and decided, yeah, I'm going to go for it. So I was guided to use Beyond Lemuria, the Keeper of the Light Oracle, Starseed Oracle, and Angels and Ancestors Oracle. So let's do it. I know this has been a busy time for everyone with energies and so much happening everywhere, all over. I can't keep up with it, and I really don't try. Just in an energetic sense, I have sensed a lot of shifting, and there were some big events, I think, taking place last night, not just in our world, galactically. So let's see what the cards show. Energy signature oracle reading for the collective. Remove all negative energy from this deck. I'm going to be having to take some water sips because I haven't been up very long. I'm sure my throat is dry. You know how that goes. Calling in the angels, the archangels, the ascendant masters, source creator, mothersophia, soul extensions and guides. What is the now moment message going forth 7 Earth days for the collective? Is this card for the collective? Is this card for the collective? Is this card for the collective? And is this card for the collective? Okay. We're off to a good start. I used to do a different technique to get my cards, but my cards were getting torn up all along the side. And so I started doing the split and then confirming with my pendulum. And it's been very, it's worked out very well. So that's why I do it that way. Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. The Mirror Guardian, it's saying take time to not only look at yourself in the mirror and know who and what you are, but also look back on where you come. There's not a being in our realm that is the same today that they were, a week ago, 6 months ago, for sure, a year ago. My gosh, so much has changed in a year. And I mean that even if you are, not actively on the ascension path, maybe you have never heard of shadow work. Maybe this is not something you actively seek out. It doesn't matter, in the sense that there's immense amounts of support and activations that come in through light codes via the sun, the solar, and the lunar. And so there's a lot of galactic energy that's also sent to us to assist us. You do not need to be aware of it. And honestly, your body is benefiting from that, no matter what your mind thinks. Eagle, see from a higher perspective. And that is something that we absolutely have to do to, it helps us remember where we've come from, right? It helps us see where we're headed, check out the path, pan out, look at the macro instead of the micro. And what you'll see is that you're not alone, that there are many souls on this path, that many are awakening, many are definitely been awoke for a long time, and they've been doing the work. And also to to change your perspective if need be. Look who you have been spending your energy and time with, and where are they going? Is that for you? Is that in your highest and best good? So there's always the opportunity to realign to Source Creator if you've gone off path. And this is definitely an opportunity for that. Both of those cards actually, to me, speak the same message. Profound. Protection Guardian, drop your shields. So in this card, I'm going to try to angle it so you can see it. She's got her eye and eye in her hand. Her chakra is there. She's obviously got her enlightened headdress. She's angelic, but she does have her shield down, right? Her shield is down and her hand is up. Her hand is up to receive energy, to palpate whether this feels good or not. This is an inquisitive stance instead of a defensive stance. And so the message is, while you are protected divinely, we are being called to step out of our comfort zone, to hear things we may have never thought of before, to try to digest the truth as it comes out, and understand that sometimes we have our shield up when we should be in receptive mode. Receiving new information is how we grow. And being in defense of new information is how you stay stagnant and are, quite frankly, left behind. And Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. So you've got two cards coming up with shielding. Shield Guardian and Shield Maiden. Divine Feminine. We are able to rise to the point that we no longer are trying to fight our way there, but we are now at the receptive stage. Now you can make plans and you can focus your return. You can focus your energy on your highest and best timeline. You can focus not on battle, the battle's won, but on your reemergence and receiving the gifts that are yours. I have to say, I did a reading last night for the collective that I didn't share. I just did it for my own benefit. And the message was different. And that supports the feeling I had this morning, and that things have shifted. Remove all negative energy from this deck. I call on the angels, the archangels, the ascendant masters, Source Creator, Mother Sophia, soul emissaries and extensions. What is the now moment message for the collective going forward 7 Earth days for their highest and best good? Is this card for the collective? Is this card for the collective? Is this card for the collective? And is this card for the collective? Okay. Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. We have another image that is showing you the request is to go within. The request is to meditate, to harness your energy, clear out your energy field, and receive, be in a receive mode, receiving the messages and the downloads that are coming in, going within for your truth. This shirt, you probably can't see it, but it says you never go without when you go within. Paul the Venetian, Experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. This is another definite shift in the energy of the reading from last night to today, and in a positive way. This is another positive reinforcement of the rise of the divine feminine and divine masculine twin flame unions. So share your gifts with grace. Whatever our abilities are, we are asked to help lead the way in that capacity. So if it's crystal work, if it's offering herbs and salves and naturalistic remedies, if it's teas and tinctures, if it's meditations, if it's counsel, whatever it is that is something has helped you, I do recommend that you take what you've been able to harness, turn your pain to purpose, and show that love and compassion to others. Magdalene, the teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call and don't let anyone stop you. Again, it's just another nod to what's already come through. And that is, now is the time for you to speak your truth, to show that this is how you got to where you are. Be humble, but also be proud, be courageous. Show that it's not going to kill you. Shadow work is not pleasant, but it's not going to kill you. And it's actually going to be the thing that saves you in many, many episodes, many scenarios. And if one is just brave enough, courageous enough to do that shadow work, then they can actually reap the rewards that's been waiting for them their whole life. The teacher awakens. And a white eagle, ancestor spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. This card reminds me of my indigenous heritage. I do have indigenous lineage. My gran is white buffalo calf woman. And this does another to me, to remind us of where we are, who we are, and where did we come from. So taking that eagle perspective and seeing the like souls and spirits and hearts that have come through this journey with you and all the hurdles that you've overcome, you're wanting to heal past trauma. You're wanting to heal ancestral trauma. For you to do the shadow work on something that has plagued your lineage, life after life after life, decade after decade after decade, you're healing the trauma for the entire tribe. And you're stopping that cycle. And so a little bit of courage and a whole lot of faith changes lives, plain and simple, not just yourself. It ripples through the collective. So if you're being called to change something in your family, to address, to right a wrong, then that is absolutely what you are giving to the collective and yourself and your lineage. Okay, starseed deck. Remove all negative energy from this deck. Call on the angels, the archangels, the ascendant masters. Source creator, Mother Sophia. What is the starseed message? Starseed emissaries, soul guides. What is the now moment message going forward 7 Earth days? Is this card for the collective? Is this card for the collective? This card for the collective? And this card for the collective? Bottom of the deck is child of the cosmos, realizing that you are on earth, but you are not of earth. You're starseed. Star bathing, light body crystal grid transmissions and activations. I'm going to try to angle this so you can see it. I don't know if you can. Let's see. A being laying on the ground. So grounding in the most complete and most contact with the energy body and the ground. And laying with the stars. So the card is showing just stars falling from the sky, basically, and coming down, and those light codes just being absorbed into the body. And so as I see this, this is another confirmation of what I spoke of earlier with the codes coming in and the transformation taking place within your DNA and your light body, your energy body, because there's a communication there that bypasses the brain. It bypasses the consciousness. It is programmed in your DNA to receive these light codes, and they know what to do with it. And so we are benefiting from that in a major way. And if you're literally being pulled in a way that you can't even explain, to get outside, put your feet on the ground, and be one with nature, lay in the leaves, lay in the grass, look up at the sky, whether it be day or night. This happens to be a night scenario with the stars, understanding that we are in this symbiotic relationship, and that there have been multiple eons have gone by where the stars have helped the humans on this planet and other beings elsewhere. So you have to, in my opinion, give ode to that. Whenever you're feeling called to do it, follow through on it, because I believe that your benefit, it almost can't be measured, because it's so individual. You know, people that are they have soul extensions, or they have fractals of Gaia, um then and the Fey realm, those beings get an immeasurable amount of centered energy that pulses through them whenever they connect with the earth. And so I can't recommend it enough. I'm sorry. Defenselessness and righting past wrongs, uprooting. This is another past life trauma, incarnated curses, lineage healing type card. It goes along with the white eagle card. So there's something in the collective consciousness. This is the collective energy reading. There's a lot in our past that is very traumatic, where we have been the villains. We, the human people, have been the villains, especially against the indigenous people. And so we as a country, for sure, but not just the United States, many are guilty of horrible behavior and treatment of our ancestors. And there's a like romanticized version that people get when they're talking about their history. But when you actually look at how people were treated for being different, for not conforming, for having a different voice, a different perspective, a different opinion, it's not good. It's horrible, in fact. And so we do have some shadow work to do to release ourselves lineage wise from the trauma of the past that has been deep rooted in who we are today. as beings. There's many people that kind of stand on a podium and get a little indignant about our history and who we are, and they're, in my opinion, less than authentic, because truly who we are is not a superpower in my definition, but a bully. Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out for common ground. This is the same meaning as this card. Perspective with the eagle. Zoom out. Take it from the micro level to the macro level so that you get a better perspective of the angle of your path, of where you are. And whenever you do, you see this huge expanse of opportunity, right? A blank canvas looks similar. It's just dark instead of light. But this is the void of no thing where anything is possible. So if you really feel that you have no common ground with beings right around you, when you look around and you don't see any common ground, you're asked to pan out. You're asked to broaden your perspective of where you belong, on who you're supposed to share your energy with. And again, what serves us today may not ever have served us in the past. And what served us in the past no longer serves us today. So that it has to be an inventory that we take of our life. Star Brothers, Taurus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. So there is a measure of protection. Trying to give you a better angle to today's reading. There's a level of awareness, and I feel it's because there are definite players in our matrix game here that we've been living that are programmed to cause chaos. They're programmed to not be part of the solution, but part of the problem in a spiritual sense. And so our awareness as light beings, we have to understand that the more we work to better ourselves, the more that we align to Source Creator, excuse me, we are brighter. Where our internal light, our column of light, our pillar is much, much brighter. And I've had Source actually and Mother Sophia both say that as we're doing work, as the collective is waking up and starting to seek on their own behalf new information, truthful information, correcting lies of the past, they see these very dim little lights coming from Earth get brighter and brighter and brighter until there's these big, huge columns of light. Well, a big column of light is certainly going to attract attention, and that's okay, but you have to have your defenses in place. As much work as we've done, there's still nefarious beings programmed to literally make your life difficult. And I don't say that to incite fear or anything. I'm just saying that your clear energy field and your big bright light is yours to protect. And so shielding your energy field is something that I recommend to do, and to make it as a regular practice as, brushing your teeth in the morning. And so the very first thing that all of the beings that I help is I ensure that they understand what is their energy hygiene. How are you going to keep your pillar clear? How are you going to keep your energy field clear, especially whenever you're interacting with the masses? And so awareness of that is all I say at this now moment, because the split is widening, and the higher the frequency of the collective consciousness raises, the more friction the lower frequency beings are going to have, and they're going to freak out. They're already freaking out. That's going to continue to get worse because they're all basically programmed. I'm talking about the NPCs and OPs. They're all basically programmed to kind of self-destruct on their way out. And so you're going to see them starting to exit. These chronic illness processes that they've been having are going to take a toll. Some may have more drastic and dramatic exits, but you're going to see that is going to be another big shift in what's actually happening in our world. Remove all negative energy from this deck. Calling on the angels, the archangels, the ascendant masters, source creator, Mother Sophia, soul guides and soul extensions, emissaries. What is the now moment message, highest and best good for the collective? Going forward 7 Earth days. Is this for the collective? 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 Okay, I'm gonna shuffle my little stage here. I always run out of room with the 4 decks. Gets a little crowded. Okay. Crystal Keys. Card number 22. Crystal Keys reminds me that we have upgraded our denser bodies to crystalline DNA, from carbon to crystal. Crystal structures and crystals in general are sold. They have memory, they have consciousness, they have abilities, they have healing properties, they have wisdom. When we speak of inner earth, they live in crystal taverns, telos, crystal healing beds, crystal chambers, crystal homes. They are literally bathed in frequency. The crystal holds the frequency for them. The keys, the crystal keys, open new opportunities up in our new crystal world, and that is New Earth. Crown chakra, the unlimited self. And I can tell you that there's been some heavy activations coming in via the crown lately. 2 nights ago, my guides advised I go to sleep, and it was a little bit earlier than I normally lay down, but I did. And within probably about 20 or 30 minutes, I could feel so much activity through my crown. It was just like pouring sunlight in my head. The tingles, it wasn't painful. It felt nurturing, and it felt like I was getting so many upgrades at that time, but it was just very profound crown chakra activations. And my crown's been activated for quite a while. And so to have that much activity there was very noticeable. And it's continued over the last couple of days, not consistently, but intermittently. So we're getting some of these crystal keys and light codes coming in are definitely activating these crown chakras. And your crown is part of really lets the new information come in via the divine, via source. Endless opportunities. Endless opportunities. So this card shows a lot of butterflies inside their bubbles. So, and a little hint of some DNA helix here. And so, and she's under the water, so she's a mermaid. So when we transform, when we go through our shadow work and we start out as a caterpillar and we start to transform, we start to seek out truth and we start to do our shadow work. It is a byproduct of that process that we become introspective and we do isolate ourselves, and we definitely put ourselves in a bubble because we work really hard to get clear and transform. And so when we are able to come out of the chrysalis pod and have our wings and be the beautiful butterfly, we are going to protect ourselves in the bubble, right? The bubble of protection is something that we actually do use quite frequently. And again, it's saying, plan, you have endless possibilities. You can do anything, but be wise, protect yourself along the way so that all that you've worked for does not get taken from you, because you have to have your guard up. As of right now, there are still beings that would love to take your energy from you. Throat chakra, express your truth. Another transformative butterfly in the middle, and your wings, your divine wings, and then your Merkaba at the bottom. So, of course, you've got the beautiful colors of the throat chakra here represented. And Merkaba is motion. Merkabas are for travel, for taking us from point A to point B. And when we stand in our truth, when we speak our truth, when we exercise our throat chakra, we are literally saying to the divine, to the cosmos, to the energies all around us, to the collective, I know who I am and I know why I'm here. And I'm inviting you to share it with me. No one has to. No one has to. No one has to understand the call that you answered, and no one has to understand your mission to go forward. But speaking your truth about it anchors your sovereignty. It anchors that mission to your soul, and it gives your soul flight. It gives you power to be mobile in your ascension. That's the deal. Like, we want to transcend where we are to the higher dimension, and we have to transform to do that. No one's going to ascend staying the same and not doing the shadow work required to completely transform into the butterfly and spread your wings and fly with the divine. This is an absolute perfect card to be the last card of this reading. So a recap of the theme here is being retrospective in a sense that you can understand and appreciate how far you've come and that you're no longer the person you used to be today. Changing your perspective from an eagle's perspective. We have two cards that basically say the same thing. Pan out and see where you've come from and where you're going. And this is also card number 33. And if you need to readjust to realign, do so. Protection is a big message in this reading, that you are protected, but you're now looking for what's after the battle. What comes after the battle? Well, what comes after the battle is you get to plan. You don't become complacent. You keep your shield and your sword close to you, but you're able to take in new information, right? The teacher is awakened. More will come to you and you will continue to grow. And as you grow, you will understand that there are things in our past that have to be atoned for. We have to end the ancestral curses and the patterns that are not healthy, that are not in alignment with source, that are not Christ consciousness, that are not in unity consciousness. But experiencing the grace of growth and sharing our growth with others in an increased awareness, because we're going within and we're also receiving from others their energy. And there is a balance, a dance that is going to be done there. When we do that, we're going to be receiving a lot of energy. So you want to be in nature as much as possible, especially with all the solar energies going on. Those are for you. They're not happening to you, they're happening for you to receive in. And you have a star family, but you also have the ability again to keep yourself safe, right? We want to protect our what we've worked for in the bubble, and that our transformation, all these transformative butterflies, are understanding that it took a lot of crystal activations and a lot of keys. We earned more bubbles of protection. We earned these keys, and we've received in the information of how to use the keys via our crown chakra. And all of that we can speak about using our throat chakra to speak our truth. Stand in your sovereignty. Know who you are and why you came here. The best is yet to come. I hope you've enjoyed this reading today. If you're interested in a reading, you can contact me via email. Have a great day.